Hey nerds, welcome to JerAwards. Today we're going to recap Season 1 of Supernatural, including the Season 1 of Supernatural JerAwards. Our first JerAwards of Supernatural. 327 episodes, scratch that, we watched 22. 305 episodes remaining. I was just getting ready to start Season 2, Episode 1, and I was like, I didn't do the recap yet, so it's time to do the recap. If you clicked on this and you're looking for like a fucking like breakdown of the first season, and you're like, man, I can't wait to see what this guy has to say. I'm just gonna ramble off some things I liked about the first season, some talking points of it, and then I'm gonna do my award show for it, and that's what we're doing here. So if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe for daily content. If there's a day, there's a reaction. Links are in the description box down below for the Patreon, the Twitch stream, and everything in between, with all 22 episodes of Season 1 of Supernatural also being over on Patreon. Jerry doesn't have to go behind the scenes so he can hang out with us. And listen, Season 1 of Supernatural, simply put, the introduction of Sam and Dean Worcestershire sauce. Sam and Dean Winchester, they're here. They're in our presence, and we have a long way to go with them. All right. We also get Jeffrey Dean Morgan as John Winchester, a couple other cameos, a couple other kids that go on to be movie stars, right? The dude I said looks like Sid in like episode 3. People were pointing out that that's the guy that plays Han Solo in the Solo Star Wars movie that I personally think is one of the worst Star Wars movies, but other people like it. That's the cool thing about opinions. But regardless, Season 1, we start off with we just got Sammy in college. Well, actually, we start off with the death of Mary Winchester. Let's start with that. You know, Dean is just a boy. Sam is a baby. Jeffrey Dean Morgan is asleep on a couch. Mary gets hung to a ceiling, engulfed in flames. What killed her? Well, guess what? Those clues will be sprinkled in over the course of 22 episodes and not really touched on in a handful of them. But this demon that killed them, Dean, John, and Sam have been on a hunt since then to kill the demon that essentially killed their mother. What sucks is, in the first episode, that same demon that killed their mother kills Sam's girlfriend, Jessica. And so the majority of the show, they're looking for their father, who's just disappeared randomly. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, John Winchester, has been looking for the big Ex Machina thing, right? The big Infinity Gauntlet, the big weapon, Excalibur sword. He's looking for a Colt revolver that can kill any supernatural thing. You have to have this specific gun and specific bullets to be able to kill any supernatural creature, and he wants that to be able to kill the demon. And he knows that if they're all together, that demon will they'll fucking track them down and kill them. And it gets to a boiling point where, you know, we run into Meg, we run into Tom, we run into the demon, but it gets to the boiling point where Jeffrey Dean Morgan realizes they should all work together after a death scare, and they go to hunt the demon. The same demon that killed Mary, that killed Jessica, is now attacking a family. They get a moment to shoot the demon. They shoot it, but it wasn't like in a form, I guess, for it to take the bullet. So only a few bullets left. It comes down to the demon manifesting itself within John Winchester and Sam not being able to pull the trigger. He wasn't able to because he would have killed the demon. He would have killed his father, and he didn't want to do that. Jeffrey Dean Morgan a little bit upset about it, but nonetheless, the family's still together with one bullet left in the Colt. One bullet left, and a demon truck driver impales their car, and they're all unconscious on the side of the road in a car. With very few words, that is Season 1 of Supernatural. There's a lot of supernatural creatures that they go and exercise or release or murder or kill, what words you want to use. Expunge, I don't know the word I'm looking for here. Regardless, there's a bunch of those throughout 22 episodes that they take care of. And I think some of our main characters, obviously Sam, Dean, John, we get introduced to Bobby, we get introduced to, well, not introduced, but Meg is there. And there's other lovely characters we meet, like Sarah, and I think Audrey was another character's name. There's a little boy we met and stuff, and a lot of cool things happened throughout the first season, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the concept. I think the biggest takeaway from it is the fact that the Colt revolver is still out there and it still has one round. I don't know how that's going to play out. We'll see if they're all okay from the car wreck. That's another big thing too. I'm hoping Season 2 picks up right where Season 1 leaves off, and it's not like 3 months later and everybody's just sitting around drinking fucking tea and eating biscuits. And I mean actual biscuits, not like I know other people in other countries call cookies, that we call cookies, biscuits, like actual just biscuits. Nonetheless, season 1 was great. I'll put it there. I really like season 1. So with that out of the way, let's get into the JerAwards for Supernatural season 1, and we'll kick things off with favorite episode. Your nominees. There's a few of them. Season 1, Episode 1, Pilot. Episode 3, Dead in the Water. 5, Bloody Mary. 7, Hookman. 9, Home. 11, Scarecrow. 12, our first even number on the list, Faith. 13, Root. 666. 14, Nightmares. 15, The Benders. 16, Shadow. 18, Something Wicked This Way Comes. 19, Provenance. 20, Dead Man's Blood. Or 22, the finale, Devil's Trap. I really like Dead in the Water. I really enjoyed the Bloody Mary episode. But the episodes of Home and Faith were really, really good. I think my runner-up for season favorite is actually Home. I think that was such a beautiful episode with a great payoff at the end. But I think my favorite episode of the entire season is actually the season 1 finale, which is Devil's Trap. I think it culminated the story well. It played into everything else we've been building on. And I just think Devil's Trap goes for my winner for favorite episode. Favorite scene? Sam and Dean teaming up to defeat the Woman in White. Season 1, Episode 1. From Episode 3, Dean talking to Lucas about his mom. Episode 7, Sam comforting Lori. Episode 9, all of the interactions with Missouri. Episode 12, Layla and Dean's final conversation. Episode 13, Dean and Cassie's makeup sex. Episode 16, Sam and John hugging. Episode 18, Dean comforting Michael. Episode 19, Sarah and Sam's interactions. Episode 20, Sam and Dean standing up to John. Episode 20, John telling Sam about when he was a baby. From 21, the boys saving the family. And from the finale, the boys exercising Meg. My favorite scene was Sam and Papa Winchester sharing a hug after knowing all the shit, getting bits and pieces of their backstory and kind of the beef that they had, the fact they embraced with the hug. I enjoyed it a lot. I'm sentimental for shit like this. Most heartbreaking scene from season 1, episode 1, Papa Winchester watching his wife die. Sam watching Jess die. From episode 3, Dean saving Lucas in the water. Episode 7, Sam and Dean leaving Lori. Episode 9, Dean begging his dad for help. Sam and Dean seeing their mom. Episode 10, possessed Sam pulling the trigger of the empty gun on Dean. Episode 11, Sam and Dean saying goodbye over the phone. Episode 12, Sam hearing Dean only has months left to live. Episode 18, Dean telling Sam the truth about the Striga. Episode 19, Sam telling Sarah about his past. Episode 22, John begging Sam to shoot him. It was almost that last one, but season 1, episode 9 from Home, Dean begging his dad for help, like going off to the side on that gas station and breaking down over the phone and saying, hey, please, seriously, I need you. It just hit. I think that was the most heartbreaking for me because it was the first time, I think, that we saw Dean kind of let his guard down. And it was nice to see. Funniest scene, there's a lot of funny moments. And I don't always put the things I laugh at on here that I think are really funny. I even have a note here from season 1, episode 19. There's just a note. I don't remember what the scene was. I remember editing it, and I still forgot to put it down. So for the ones I did put down, from season 1, episode 2, I hate camping. From season 1, episode 3, actually, I'll save that for last. We don't have that many nominees. Season 1, episode 9, Missouri smacking Dean in the back of the head. Episode 17, Sam gluing Dean's hand to the bottle. 18, Sam and Dean pranking the ghost hunters. And episode 20, John saying he spent his money on ammo, the college money. The winner is from season 1, episode 3, the one I didn't say. With your sense of direction, no wonder you couldn't find a decent pickup line. Why did she have to put my man Dean on blast like that? That shit came so out of left field and just, no. Kudos, my friend. Kudos. You win. Favorite kiss? These are the winners at the end. Season 1, episode 3, Andrea kissing Dean. I really like that one. Episode 7, Sam and Lori. Episode 10, the spirit girl kissing Gavin. Episode 13, Dean and Cassie, which I was vibing with for a long time, but your winner from season 1, episode 19, Sam and Sarah. Sarah waited by the door. I should have kissed him. what am I doing with my life? Oh my God. And then Sam came back and was like, hey, baby girl, you may not be able to come with us, but I'm going to give you some smoochy tongue action to hold you over with. Sam and Sarah, the double S's, along with screaming, swiping, shitting, and stopping the S's from the spider episode. You know what I'm talking about. That's your winner. Favorite kill from the premiere, the lady in white dying. Episode 2, Dean killing the Wendigo. Episode 2, the Wendigo killing old boy. Episode 3, the river monster killing Jake. Episode 5, Bloody Mary killing herself. Episode 6, Dean shooting his doppelganger. Episode 11, Scarecrow killing Harley. Episode 12, the Reaper killing Sue Ann. Episode 13, Martin killing Cyrus with a bat. Episode 15, Officer Kathleen killing Papa Bender. Episode 18, Dean killing the Striga. Episode 20, John killing Luther with the Colt. Or Episode 22, Dean killing Tom. The winner is Season 1, Episode 20. John killing Luther with the Colt was so cool to fucking show off the Colt's powers and the way it slow-moed on his head and the way all the powers came and sucked the fucking soul out of him. He shot Tom and Tom just kind of went and died. But the showcase of John killing Luther with the Colt was fucking amazing, actually. I didn't really keep track of the quotes, so I don't have nothing here from like episode 3, the Zeppelin rules thing or whatever it was that Dean taught the kid to say was actually pretty dope. So honorable mention, I guess. But we were going to do favorite monster. I kind of got lost in the sauce on this, but for the first season, we're going to do favorite case. This is a category coming over from Lucifer, working on different cases throughout the course of the seasons. We're going to do the same thing here for the most part. Your nominees from Season 1, Episode 1, The Woman in White. Season 1, Episode 3, The River Monster. Season 1, Episode 5, Bloody Mary. Episode 9, The Poltergeist in Their Home. Episode 12, The Reaper. Episode 18, The Striga. Or The Murder Painting, which was Episode 19. And actually, my favorite case of all of this. The Murder Painting was actually a runner-up, believe it or not, because of the fact that, you know, it was a big twist that it wasn't the guy. It ended up being the little girl in it, right? So my favorite case was actually the River Monster from Season 1, Episode 3. A lot of these are really good. Bloody Mary's a classic. The Poltergeist stuff's really good. The Reapers, the Strigas, the Woman in White was actually perfect. But the River Monster had a lot of layers to it, and it kept claiming people the more the episode went on. And it tied into, you know, the sheriff basically killing a kid when he was younger and burying their body there and saving the little boy. And all those bits and pieces that all tied together. I think River Monster and Episode 3, Something in the Water, or is that what it was? Is that the title of it? Dead in the Water. That episode's phenomenal. I don't think it gets enough credit. Everything I've seen reviews after I watched the episodes, no, that episode was fire. Favorite friendship is Sam and Dean. Favorite ship, your nominees: Andrea and Dean, Sam and Lori, Dean and Cassie, Sam and Meg. Your winner is Sam and Sarah. Dude, something about Sarah just being on screen, obviously the girl from the originals. I mean, I'm all over both of them. Please and thank you times a billion. Yes. Least favorite character is Cyrus, aka the racist truck guy. Most underrated character, I didn't have one because there wasn't too much like reoccurring things. I thought about putting John there, but I don't think it's what it was. If I had to give some credit for most underrated character, maybe Bobby or Missouri. Why do I say Missouri like that? One of those two, Bobby or Missouri. Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. Favorite character. Here's a biggin, okay? Your nominees: Sam, Dean, John, Missouri. Is it Sam or Dean's the real question, right? For Season 1, my favorite character, and also picking between the brothers, which will probably end up like the Vampire Diaries did, how I started off like Team Stefan, and then I moved to Team Damon, and now at the end of the show, you can't make me pick. I'm not going to pick between the two. A lot of you all can easily pick between those two, or easily pick between Klaus and Elijah. I can't do it. I'm sorry. But starting off for Season 1, I love both brothers. I am enjoying both brothers a lot. I'm rocking with Sam more at the moment because I feel like I know a little more of Sam's backstory. I think he has more going on. And the fact that he had the ability to stand up to John when Dean didn't. It's not taking anything away from Dean from not being in the mental place to be able to stand up to his father. I'm not knocking him, saying, you should. He may not be ready yet. But the fact that Sam was able to, and he seemed like he had a little more logic sometimes. Not taking anything away from Dean, but I'm rocking with Sam so far in season 1. Your name for season 1, 2.5 Men. That's your title for season 1. Why 2.5 Men? John's not really there a whole bunch. He's the half man. All right. Season 1 finale simply just called The Exorcist. It's Exorcist, man. We don't trade lives, Captain. Sam had to shoot John in the leg, try to kill the demon. He couldn't make the decision. He couldn't make the trade of lives. We exorcise demons. That's the season name. 2.5 Men, the finale name, Exorcist. That's all I got. With all that out of the way comes our In Memoriam. Somebody told me that all this show, only 4 episodes, do not contain a death. 323 episodes have deaths in them. I'm trying my best to keep track of everything. If I miss some names, shit happens. Are you ready? Let's go. In loving memory / rest in peace to the following: Mary, Troy, the Lady in White, her 2 kids, Jess, Brad, Gary, Roy, the Wendigo, Sophie Carlton, Will Carlton, Peter Sweeney, Bill Carlton, Sheriff Jake, Chuck Lambert, George Phelps, all the passengers on Flight 2485, Chuck's co-pilot, Stephen Shoemaker, Jill, Bloody Mary, Emily, Lindsay. I'd put Jess, but I should have put Jessica. I got really confused there for a second. Back to it. Lindsay, the shape-shifting doppelganger, Rich, Taylor, Hookman, Dustin, Linda, the missing ship crew, Mr. Kelly, Walter Kelly, Mama Baggins, Vince, Holly, Stacy, Harley, the damn sacred tree, Scarecrow Man, Marshall, Suanne, Cyrus, Clayton, Solomons, Jimmy, Mayor Harold Todd, Martin Robinson, Jim, Roger, Max Miller, Alvin Jenkins, Papa Bender, Striga, Teleska family, the Merchant family, Evelyn, Daniel Elkins, Jenny and her boyfriend, Hank, Luther, Pastor Jim, Kayla, Meg, Tom. Special shout out to Jessica and Mary Winchester. And on that note, my friends, may those characters rest in peace or rest in dirt, whatever you prefer for each individual one of those. That is your recap / JerAwards for season 1 of Supernatural. 1 season down, 114 seasons left to go. Strap in and let's get it cracking. Tomorrow, season 2, episode 1, In My Time of Dying. Stressful. I think my predictions for season 2 is the cult will play a bigger part. Not a bigger part, but it should play a part in the first bit of it. Maybe the first half, maybe the first third. We have that 1 bullet left, and hopefully we get introduced to the antagonist immediately, unless it's the demon that's carrying over. And I can't wait to see what cameos and characters are introduced along the way, but for now, that's all I got. So links and everything will be in the description box down below. Playlist will be up on screen. As always, stay cute, stay hydrated, and I'll catch you on the next one.